So the online participants are actually joining right now, and we will begin in a few minutes. So hello, we're happy to greet all of you on the second day on the conference, Mediation and Universities. We are grateful for the fact that you're here still with us on this route, and we have planned really interesting workshops today. And we will start this day with some pleasant things. We want to commemorate and congratulate the winners of the competition created about mediation. We have really creative youth that has created different projects, and we want to take the opportunity to actually make some results and to speak about them, about this competition that was done for the first time in Britain. And after that, we with Civil Mediation Council, we have agreed on the fact that we want to do this competition in Ukraine. And that's the third time that we have such an event here. And this competition, we are speaking about the different nominees in different categories. And we also commemorate winners that have the opportunity to have the actual specific training course for free in the Mediation Academy of Ukraine for the winners. And we have some people who have actually went to this course, and we are really happy for that. And we are really happy that we have really talented youth. We have really cool ideas about how we can actually procure mediation, how we can speak about it, how we can create awareness about it so that population will know more about it. So today I will try to show you the works. Of course, they are done in Ukrainian, but there will be some subtitles in English. So our international colleagues will be able to understand how cool the topic of mediation has been worked on by the students and how exact it's been shown. I just want to make sure that our international guests, they understand that we have simultaneous interpretation right now. And you can join it and to hear what I'm saying, not in Ukrainian, but in English.
For our foreign colleagues, I just want to mention that we have simultaneous translation, so you need to find a globe in the bottom of your screen and choose English channel. If you don't see globe, you just need to click to 3 dots and you will see globe and interpretation. So please choose the English language so you will be able to hear everything that we are telling in Ukrainian.
Okay, so we can move on right now. And today we have our actually winners of the competition. So we have Gospodar Anna here. So when we do the competition, we don't even know where the students come from which universities they are. So I will just want the students to say a few words about themselves, so that you will know that all of the works are being evaluated objectively. And we evaluate them in a good way so that we don't even know from what actually university they are. So we have Gospodar Anna here, who has won in the nominee of super meme about mediation. So Anna, are you here? Yes, I'm here. I will just turn on your presentation. I understand there are some problems with light. Just say a few words about yourself, please, where you come from and what actually has influenced you to create such a work. So you had not even one work, but a few of them. Okay, so hello, can you hear me? So because of power cuts, I'm not actually ready to turn on the camera. My name is Gospodarana. I'm the student of second year of Donetsk National University, named after Vasil Stus, on the International Relations Department in Inter-Regional Studies. So I have created two works, and one of them was formal, and second one was like meme work. And that my second work has won the nominee Super Meme. I actually know that people like to laugh, and people like when some complex situations are explained with some jokes. And that's how I decided to make such a concept. So thank you very much. It's like that. And actually, your meme just creates some smiles on our faces, and I will turn it on. Like it's written in Ukrainian, but I think everything would be understood. So on the screen, there would be some phrases about mediation. Can you see it? To go to mediation and get peace, to go to the court, to go to mediation and get friends, and after the court there will be no friends. So mediation is good. So it's kind of meme like that. So it's really great to show it in social media, and everything is being understood by everyone. So I'm grateful for you. And Irina just show the certificate. So we are doing this online. You can see your diploma. All of our winners will get these diplomas, and of course you will get it. So I'm happy for you. So I want to present next winner, Darina Polянska. She has become the winner in the nominee mediation and movies. So Darina has done a kind of comic analysis. I don't know how to explain it in a correct way. It's like just a great movie example, and Don't Look Up. And she has shown it how it was actually done if they have understood concept of mediation. So Darina, please say a few words about yourself. Hello, I'm the student of the third year of Kyiv Polytechnic University on sociology department. So my program is actually mediation and dealing with conflict. So I've learned about the competition from my teacher, who actually suggested me to take part in, and so that these results could be used as the test work in university. And I'm really happy for the work I'm doing, and I just decided to join the competition, and I'm really happy to see you and to listen to your grateful words. So I just was wondering, what can I do? And I just wanted to take something that is popular, and I understand that something to be popular, it needs to be knowledgeable. And of course, the movies and culture, they are popular right now, and I think that that's why I decided to join all this concept, because movies connected to the mediation will be able to explain better what mediation is. And I just wanted to explain how the movie plot will be going if the participants of the movie will just agree. So thank you very much. So it was the first analysis of the movie and alternative scenario of events. So I will just turn on the work right now. Of course, we have animated it so that it will be going like a video, but still, all in all, with all of the works of winners, you will be able to get acquainted on the website. Just photos, information, and of course, all of the works. I will just turn on the video so that you will understand how it looks like. So it's just kind of such an analysis with the fragments, with phrases. So just a comic how the actually plot of the movie will be ongoing if they decided to take mediation into account. Thank you very much, Dorina. You also can see a diploma and you will get it in closest possible time. So thank you for participating. And I want to thank the teachers that motivate you and motivate all of the students with different ways to take part in competitions. So thank you very much. And right now I want to pass the floor to our next winner, the winner in nominee. Actually speaking about mediation in understandable way. So Svetlana Boyko, so hello. I'm really grateful for being here. I'm from the University of International Relations of University named after Taras Shevchenko. I'm really grateful for being here. And it would be great if more people actually know what mediation is and they will take this procedure before the court hearing, for example. And that's why me and my friends, we have created a video that have gotten into this nomination. So thank you very much. I will just turn on this video. There will be subtitles so that you'll be able to see all of it and see the information about mediation. So thank you very much. I'm grateful and I'm congratulating you. Thank you very much. So we see that Mim is still here to raise your positive emotions here. So thank you for your work. Also, you will have your diploma that will be going to you. So thank you very much for speaking about the topic of mediation in such a visual way. So we are greeting you. And right now we want to speak about our winners that unfortunately weren't able to make it here today. But we have the educator, Svetlana Sherbak, so we have winners in such competition, Alina Yakushenko and Kristina Novik. So they have created a video demonstration of mediation in action. And Ms. Svetlana, you have the floor right now so that you will be able to speak about how you have created this idea, what you have inspired in. So thank you very much, dear colleagues. The greetings from Sumy, from City of Sumy, and we are really happy for the fact that the winners of this competition are the people of college, not of university. I'm really grateful to the Academy of Mediation of Ukraine and to the NGO of that is named Progressive, because I was on your first courses where you have actually that you have done in the spring of this year, particularly for the people who want to join the mediation and to educate it. And it happened like that, that I am also subscribed to all of you, and I am not the particular educator in law, and I am not actually relevant to mediation anymore. And I've just undergone the course, and we are all together with students. We have planned this course for the second semester, but when we have seen the competition, we decided to just join it, and the students of our college. So we have machine building college, and we have the faculty of journalism, and we actually, our students are really creative, and we have won in other competition and got the grant. And on the final stage, we also present our college in Poltava. We have also created the literature stage. So what has inspired us? First of all, it's just to try, because universities and we are just maybe younger, maybe we are not on that level, but still we decided to learn and to make an impact. And mediation, and as it was mentioned, it's not about the quotes, it's about the humanity, it's about the dialogue. So if more people will get to mediators, it will be better for our society. And we need to speak about mediation in simple words, what we just wanted to do. So thank you very much. Thank you for the inspiration, for being an inspiration to your students, for taking part in this competition, and so that they will you are able to take your experience from this course and to actually transfer it to your students so that this knowledge is in active usage. So thank you very much. So we are speaking about mediatorium. So we also have the stage of support of actual educators. It's opened. And for people who just want to turn on the example of mediation in your educational services, and just to read a lecture, for example, and we help to invite mediators who actually do this on practice, to invite judges, different arbiters, so that they can go to your institutions and to do these lectures. We are helping with different materials, and we support you so that the education will be much easier. So thank you very much, and I am also congratulating you on the victory.
It's the first time that college students will be joining us on this course, but we understand that for mediations there are no limitations. It's important to have common understanding everywhere, so we hope that they will be able to spend their efforts in the community to help to solve any conflict or a dispute that can potentially occur. Also, the diplomas will be sent to you, the certificates, and we are happy to announce that they will also be included into our course that will start in January. So congratulations, and I will launch the video now. The video is very laconical, but also very informational. Thank you so much and congratulations. It was a very pleasant beginning of today. Congratulations one more time to all of the nominees and all of the winners. And I encourage others to join the next contest because they are very regular, not only about mediation. Now let's start with the very program of the informational content of our today day. But first of all, there is an organizational information. All of you that joined yesterday who sent bullet points, you will receive the certificates. There will be a certificate about the taking part in the conference, and also online there will be a certificate of participation in the workshops. The only problem is with the electricity cuts that are very frequent. We also have a lot of participants, so we will require more time in order to create the certificates and collect the bullet points. So please, you will have to wait for that sometimes. We will try to do it as soon as possible. Maybe in 2 weeks you will receive the certificates. But now it's very complicated time. So everything will be sent in electronic way. So please, in case of not receiving the certificate, you will be able to receive it as soon as possible. That was the organizational part. Also, I would like to say that we will have 3 workshops simultaneously, 3 events, 2 offline in Lviv, and the Lviv Economical University. Yesterday, Lviv Polytechnic was welcoming us. Today, the Economical University. And it's an example of synergy. How can we unite different people, different organizations together? So we will have 2 events offline in Lviv. And it's separately for the students. And I would like to thank Anna Lazak, that is director of the law agency, Lee Partners. She also the head of the mediation center in Lviv, and the honorable member of the Mediators of Ukraine, a certified coach of mediation at work. Thank you that you joined us, and now we will conduct this compost for communication workshop. Parallelly, there will be a working meeting for the teachers about the role of the mediation that will be conducted by Katerina Narovska, the head of the NGO National Mediator Association. She's a supervisor, teacher, facilitator. She's also the educator. Thank you so much that you are here today and that you will be able to conduct this event offline. Unfortunately, we will not be able to take part, but we will stay online. And here we will have the incredible Oleh TIURIN, that is a business and family mediator, international mediator, IMI Qualified Mediator. He's marketing specialist, expert of international organizations, and a certified trainer. Oleh, thank you so much that you agreed to come here today to spend this morning with us, and you will conduct a workshop about mind management, deep breathing instruments of transformative mediation. Thank you. So I suggest we start now without losing any minute for those who are offline and online. So the floor is your, Oleh, and Katerina, the floor is yours offline. Also with Katerina. Yes, there is a technical complication. Yes, They will disconnect now and we will be able to start here now. There is a problem with internet connection, Oleg. We do not hear you, unfortunately. Probably there is an electricity cut, but I am sure Oleg has plan B. So for international colleagues, I would like to explain that unfortunately now Ukraine is under massive attacks every night. The attacks are targeting our energy infrastructure. So most of our participants and our speakers, they stay without electricity. Is everything okay, Oleg? Do you have electricity? Yes. Can you hear me well? Can you see me well? Yes. Great. I have a reserve option for the internet. I said yes, that Ola has a plan B, 100%. I understand that plan B is important. Unfortunately, there is also lagging. So probably plan B is the option. That is actually a plan B. Now it's okay. Yes, that's the plan B. We will work upon this path. Thank you so much for this opportunity to spend the morning together with you, with all of the participants. Thank you so much for the invitation. And I would like to say how inspiring it is to see the students of universities, of schools, taking part in the mediation process. It's very inspiring. One more thing, I need to inform our Ukrainian colleagues that Oleg will be presenting in English. So if you need interpretation, please find the globe on the lower corner of your Zoom icon, or you need to press on more and find interpretation there. Choose Ukrainian channels and you will be able to hear Ukrainian interpretation of everything that will be mentioned by Oleg.
Let's start. Okay, please tell how well can you see the presentation?
Все добре. Видно.
Це прекрасно. So, the topic of our today's workshop is mind management. And I understand that it's today's morning. Lisa has already introduced me. Just a few words. Why I'm here and why I have something here to share with you. Some knowledge, some experience. I came to mediation from business. I was a deputy commercial director, commercial director, marketing director for about 10 years. And I know how disputes could be solved without mediation skills. And I know that how mediation skills help to resolve disputes in companies with more efficiency. And I would share today with you some of my knowledge and some of my experience that I tested in practice and that I like, that works to me. Maybe it will for you. How we're going to proceed today? I understand that it's Saturday morning, 10:30. For somebody of you, it's even earlier if you're abroad. Now, so first we will have introduction and warming up. Then we'll talk about the brain's software. Then about brain's hardware. We will walk through, it will be practical exercises where we will walk through 3 practical instruments that I personally use in mediation and which I like very much. And then it would be a brief conclusion. So, and before we start our warming up, I offer you several ground rules of our participation today, ecological participation. First, if you want to say something, please switch on your microphone, raise your electronic hand for me to see that you want to say something and to give you a word. Or just take the floor and talk. Then we talk in turns, so we don't interrupt each other. The third one is that we respect another person's ability to have thoughts which are different from others. And if you want to clarify something, if you want to ask a question, please do this. Okay. Are you agree to keep these ground rules? Please put something in the chat, like pluses or smiles. I would be the first one. Oh, then I would be the second one, or maybe the third one. Okay, super. Great. So let's get to our warming up. Please share, what do you expect from this workshop, from me as a trainer, and from yourself? Please switch on your microphone, switch on your camera, take the floor, or write down in the chat. Whatever is comfortable for you.
Hi, Oleg. My name is Galina. I heard about this workshop from my teachers from Ukrainian Mediation Association. And I'm so happy to hear you English here, and I'm so happy listen to your presentation. Thank you so much that you would like to be this morning with us. And I would like to be mediator, maybe, because I have psychology education, and now I'm working in school. I'm a teacher assistant in English school. And I hope all knowledge what I get here, I can use in my daily life.
Galina, thank you for sharing. It's about that you are thinking about becoming a mediator, and you hope that knowledge that you get here, and we're talking not only about not only about knowledge, but also first about skills that you get here today, and you could use it in your daily life and also in your work, correct?
Yes, yes.
Thank you very much. Who else want to share his expectations from today's workshop? Yaina, please.
Hello, everyone. I received invitation from my teacher, and from workshop I accept to see and know some real nonviolent conflict resolution. And in my future, I supposed to be a mediator as well. So I really interested in real practical cases.
Ina, thank you for sharing. So it's about that you want to get real practical instruments that you could use as mediator in future.
Yes.
Correct? Great, super. Okay. Who else want to share? And we will move to the next slide. Okay, let's move to the next slide. What is management for you? Please, our topic is about mind management. So we are going to talk about mind and about management. So before we start, I offer you to arrange about the terms. So please write down in the chat or take the floor, raise your hand. You can talk in Ukrainian and our interpreters, I hope, will help to translate what you say. What is management for you? Yeah, Galina, please.
For me, management, this is when you could be very politeness to people to make your job better. This is like just for me, when you are manager, you should be sure that all your team is happy. You should be sure that everything going like it should be. And everyone has everything what they need for them job. This is like hyper control for everyone on job, but this is just for me how I see this, because I see my manager and she is so busy every day and she doing a lot of things to make all of us happy. And for me, management, this is just like to have more job, more nerves, and at the same time to be very kind, professional person and thinking from many ways how you can make your life and life of your team is better.
Galina, thank you for sharing. What I hear that management for you is about being efficient in a role of a worker, a manager, and also to be polite to people, to be sure that people can take care about their own resources. It's also about control of the situation, and it's about your free time, because you see how your manager is busy and you want to do it in a more efficient way.
She's fantastic, you know. She taught me first time when I came to this job. She said me, please leave your job a job. Never take this home. You need good relax. You need never stay overtime if no one pay for you for this. And just about everything should be very for her like in a balance. And she taught me this 3.5 years ago and I joined her team. And she is fantastic.
Oh yeah, that's great. To leave work at the work and not bring it home, because home is a place for someone. Home is a place where you can get more resources, and for somebody it's one more job. And today we will talk about actually why it happens and how we can work it through. Galina, thank you for sharing. Who else want to share his thoughts about what management is? Yeah, Ina, please.
When it comes to management, for me, it's first of all about planning, organizing, and controlling, and about responsibility, of course. For me, it's mostly process of organizing and leading some process in your working place and in your private place as well. And it's about how to find the balance between all of these areas of your responsibility.
So it's about organization, about leading the process, about the balance, and about the responsibilities, correct?
Yes.
Thank you. And I hear a comment. I see. Yeah. I see the comment in the chat from Anastasia. It's about that management is about being effective as a professional, as in studying, and in being sharing your experience with another people. And yes, and not forget about your private life. Thank you very much for sharing. Now I will share for you about what is important for me, what was important for me as a top manager, and what stays important for me now. To being able to manage the system effectively. And why it's about the system, I will talk in a few words a bit later. First, it's the clarity and transparency about the key elements of the system. The next one is about how they interact. Because, for example, can we manage a table or a chair which is just standing and nothing is happening with them? It's hard for me to imagine this. But when, for example, this table or chair are standing in a crowded place and people are wanting to interact with them, so we can manage this process. And it's very important to me to know the limits of bottlenecks of this system, because as Ilya Goldert said in his book The Goal, or the theory of constraints, if we know the limits of if we know the bottlenecks of the system, we can identify quite easily the whole capacity of the system, because it is limited by the bottlenecks. If we place, for example, on a truck which can deliver 20 tons somewhere, the tires which are capable to be strong enough just to carry a ton, so the whole capacity of the truck decreases to 1 ton from 20. And actually it could hardly manage itself, deliver itself. So yeah, Yulia, thank you for sharing. I read that for you, management is a complicated system that is about the common goal for a team, and it should be done ecologically and mindfully. Yeah, great. Absolutely agree that when we understand the process, we can manage it. If we don't understand the process, it's very hard to manage it. So, are you ready to get to the key elements of the mind's software? Please put something in the chat. Pluses. Who is not ready? Minuses, smiles. So, great. Let's move on. What is mind for you? Please share your thoughts. You can share it in the chat, or please take the floor. Yeah, Galina, please.
For me, word mind has two meanings. First one, and this is about what I mind. You know what in my head, my thinkings, my feelings, everything. What about me? And another one, this is like minds, like, do you know what happens around? And if I hear someone's minds, do you know what I feel when I hear someone's opinions about anything, and what people explain about this, what they think in them, clarified about everything. For me, this is like two minds, you know, like. Thank you.
So for you, it's about knowing and understanding what is happening in your head and in your body, including feelings, etc. And knowing and understanding what happens in others people's mind, in others people's head, correct?
Yes, you understood me very correct.
Super. Thank you, Galina. Yeah, I read from Anastasia that it's about the thoughts, about the analysis of thoughts and feelings, about decision making and conclusions. Yeah, great. Actually, we'll come to how and what exactly influences our decisions and conclusions. Okay, who else want to share? Please chat, microphone. Okay, let's move on. I remind that it's about warming up. I like very much the interpretation of Gabor Mate. Dr. Gabor Mate, who is specialized on mind. I can often hear that mind is about intellect. And to think so can be a trap. I hear from you that it's very important to understand also feelings, emotions, and I absolutely agree with you. Yeah, and I can read actually about in chat about from Taras. Thank you for sharing. Mind refers to the complex set of faculties responsible for thought, perception, emotion, conscious memory, and imagination. Yeah. Actually, I totally agree that mind is a process. It's a process of interaction with the environment. And there are at least 6 parts of the mind. It's about conscious. It's about memory. It's about discernment, the ability to take rational decisions. Conscious and unconscious, deep sense of identification, and about intellect. So, I quite often hear from my clients that we have done everything trying to resolve this conflict, and we didn't succeed. And when we're trying to drill deeper and to understand what was about everything, usually appears that everything was about logical approaches to conflict resolution. And when we're trying actually to resolve the conflict with just logical thinking, it's very important to remember that intellect by itself, or logical thinking, is rather unintelligent unless it's connected with the wide mind, with the wider mind, with the larger mind, in a larger sense. That our heart has its nervous system that is connected to the brain. So we can say that I know it in my heart, and it would be true. And our gut feelings, in English and in Ukrainian and in other languages, the phrase could be different. Some of my colleagues said that I knew this by my spinal cord or my spinal brain. There are different kinds of this phrase, but the main thought is that these gut feelings, what we feel inside of us, is the essential component of our mind. And if we disconnect our gut feelings from our logical thinking, this significantly decreases our capacity to make rational and effective decisions. Okay. Why do you think we discussed this? Please, chat, microphone. There are no wrong or correct answers. All the answers are valuable. Please don't be shy. I need your help because it's a workshop, it's not a lecture. It's about active interaction between you and me and material. Yeah, Anna, please.
Probably you want to prepare us for some new information and set our mind in the right direction.
Yes, firstly, it's about preparing you to get some additional information. And there are some more purposes. Thank you for sharing. Okay. I see a message from Ala in the chat. Exactly. We discussed the mind, emotions, and their management because in mediation, the mediator must remain impartial and neutral. Oh, it's actually a very interesting topic to discuss about impartiality because every of us is a human, and actually I totally agree that in knowing and understanding and managing our emotions is about I like the word all partiality even more than impartiality and neutrality, because we can feel sympathy. We're human, firstly, and working with our emotions helps to save the needed level of neutrality in mediation. Yeah, if the mediator becomes emotionally connected to one of the parties or allows personal feelings to introduce the process, they can no longer ensure the balance, equidence, and fairness. This is why the mediator must manage their own emotions, avoid identifying with other party, and maintain an objective, personal, and safe environment for both sides. Totally agree. Thank you for this comment. Okay, comment from Yulia. Okay, it's about identifying biases and to being able to accept and compromise without stereotypes, and I forget the word. Okay, about stereotypes. Okay, thank you for this comment very much, Yulia, and I want to clarify one thing. I, as a mediator, like the word consensus much more than the word compromise, because the compromise is when we give in something that is very important to us. And in this case, mediation is built the way that we could get the consensus when everyone gets what he really needs. And this is not about giving in. The compromise could be sitting at the same table and start mediation. This could be compromise. And if mediation finishes by the compromise, that's could be not very stable result. So please remember about this, and consensus is really a right word for this case. Okay. How did this information influence you? Please. One more comment and we'll be moving further, because we have quite a lot of information today, and if we want to work all it through, we have to move a bit more actively. So please, I offer you to participate a bit actively. No impact.
For my opinion, we should have a little bit time to think about this. Like after this meeting, we will be stay in this situation, because you give a lot of information. You gave us a lot of information. This is very hard, and I think for a lot of people this is very hard. Like for me to listen in different language, which is not our native language. And when you try to think about this, you need a little bit more time.
Galina, thank you for sharing.
Information you need like eating elephant piece by piece. And this is like here. I'm so sorry. I don't know how this impacts me, because I need maybe 1-2 days to understand this, how it impacted me.
Galina, and you shared how it impacted you. It gave you some supplement for digestion. And I hear that it's important for you to live with this information, and it could take some time, and that's great. Thank you for sharing this.
Thank you for your speech today, because this is very hard topic about very hard topics about which one you're talking now, and we need definitely time, I think. But this is just my opinion. I don't know what my colleagues thinking about this.
Galina, and I will ensure you that you would definitely have some time to think about it, because I understand that some information could be quite difficult just to let it in your brain, because I know it by myself that when I get this information first, there was a rejection. How? I have been living for 35 years, and now all my map of the world was crossed, and I built it, I renewed it from pieces. And you would have the QR codes with the short videos about every topic, almost every topic we're discussing today. So you would be able to take a cup of tea or coffee and spend time with these videos where I explain in shortly the topics that we will working through today, and take all the time that you need to watch it more and more. And if you find it interesting, I'll forget about this workshop and move further if you want, of course, because it's
Thank you so much. This is very interesting to come back to some topics, and sometimes we need it.
Yeah, great. And Ala, this information impacts me by reinforcing the importance of emotional self-regulation in the mediation process. It helps me understand more clearly that as a mediator, I must constantly monitor my own reactions and maintain neutrality, even when situations become sensitive or personal. It also strengthens my awareness that effective mediation requires a balance between empathy and professional distance. Overall, it guides me to be more disciplined, objective, and fair when facilitating dialogue between parties. Thank you for this valuable comment. Totally agree that it's very important to monitor our own emotions as a mediator and help parties to work their emotions ecologically. And as improvement of your words, of your comment, let's talk a bit about the brain's hardware. What do you know about fight or flight response? Please, your short comments in the chat, or please switch on the microphone. Yeah, Galina, please.
This is our basic reactions for all dangerous situation around. This is first one, what we should know about people. They have two types, or this is like fight, this is like you are a fighter, or about flight, this is when you are victim. And sometimes it could be mean this is we very often use this in criminal psychology. This is very important to know for everyone. And sometimes when you feel stress, it could be any reaction. You know, you never know what your body making next one and your brain making.
Yeah, Kalina, thank you for sharing that. This is really basic reaction for the stress. And yeah, Taras, thank you. Yeah, the basic reaction. And Chidinma, thank you for sharing. That's how we react to stressful situations. We either fight back or run away from the situation. Yeah, absolutely correct. And who of you knows how this reaction happens on the physiological level? What process are going in our body during this process? Please. Who doesn't know, please put minuses in the chat. Who does know, please put pluses in the chat. Because till not far away, I didn't know how it happens on a physiological level. I knew about this process, but I was very interested to understand what is happening in my brain and body during this process. Yes, Galina, please.
This is neurologic reaction. At the same time, this is a hormones reaction. This is a lot of adrenaline. And this is depends which level of hormones, which level of reactions you have now, how your brain react to this. You will be have this reaction. This is just hormones and just our brain reactions.
Yeah, thank you, Galina. It's about the hormone reactions, about the brain reactions. Yes, true. And yeah, Chidinma, I see that you do know. Thank you, great. It's very pleasant to read. And the comment from Ala: the fight or flight response is a natural, automatic reaction of the body to stress or perceived danger. When we feel threatened, emotionally or physically, our nervous system prepares us either to control the situation, fight, or to avoid it, flight. In mediation, understanding this reaction helps to recognize when a person is becoming defensive or overwhelmed. It also reminds the mediators to stay calm, regulate emotions, and maintain a safe space, so the parties don't react impulsively but can think clearly and communicate constructively. Yeah, agree with this. And Chidinma, please, I hear your hand. You are welcome. And do I pronounce your name correctly?
Yeah, you're fantastic. You've done it well. It's Sidima, yeah, you got it. So, what really happens also is most times too, it affects our because the adrenalines are released. So it affects our blood pressure, it affects our breathing. So you can either, it's like your breathing can go faster, and then your muscles can become tense, and at times, depending on which mode you're in, it can give you maybe like a sharp focus internally, or you're just reacting without really focusing on anything. So that's how it affects.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Here, it's about adrenaline, about breathing faster, or maybe even slower if it's a mode of, for example, there is 3 actually modes: fight, flight, and freeze. If you were freezing, so it could be about some muscles that just doing like this. So, and yeah. And what else actually? It was very interesting to me how it happens on the level of the processes in our brain, in our body, and in internal processes. Yes, it's about hormones. It's about our endocrine system. And it was very interesting to me to read that actually I read this in Jerry O'Sullivan's book, The Mediation Toolkits, and then we discussed it with Jerry directly. And I'm really thankful to her for this. That when we are feeling safe, our neocortex or frontal core constantly being delivered and supplied by oxygen and glucose. But when we feel frightened, the amygdala hijack happens. Why it is called hijack? Because the small body in our brain, which is called amygdala, and which is situated in the midbrain, hijacks the glucose and the oxygen from the frontal brain. So, on physiological level, we lose the ability to think rationally because our neocortex is responsible for rational thinking. This is how it happens. And how we can identify the amygdala hijack that it has started. Please raise your hands or write down in the chat. Please try to be quite short in your comments, because we have about 15 minutes to the end of the workshop, and we have quite a lot of materials to work through. Being short in the comments doesn't mean that you should not give any comment. It's about different. Please, I invite you to one or two of you to share your thoughts, and then we will move on. Yeah, Chidima, please.
Yeah, I think what happens at that point in time is you can snap. The person snap. You see people, they start shouting out of proportion. Just it's like you stepped on the person, and then the next thing the person is just shouting, and you're like, the reaction, it's not equal to what really happens. Because now it's like your brain's something hijacked, I guess.
Yeah, true. This could be about shouting. This could be about breathing faster or slowly. It could be about losing the eye contact. For example, a person is sitting and instead of answering your question is just looking downstairs or somewhere upstairs. So this can be about some body reactions. For example, when we see that person is tapping his legs under the table, this could be the first signs of the amygdala hijack starting. And why do you think we discussed this? Yeah, please, Chidina.
I think we're discussing it because it's all part of being self-aware and then emotional intelligence. As mediators, we are stepping into an already tense environment mediating between individuals or groups, right? So we need to be self-aware first of all, and then also be able to be emotionally intelligent enough to recognize when people are getting into flight or fight mode, or when the hijack has happened to them, and then being able to calm the situation and getting everybody to take a breather and step out and release their emotions and then come back into the discussion.
Yeah, Chitin, absolutely true. We were discussing this to understand actually what the limits our body and our brain have, and to be able to give parties and ourselves actually, because we're reminded we're humans after all. We're just humans, and to be able to work this ecologically. And imagine that we're not known about how this works, and we are questioning a person in mediation, a party, a client. I like the word client more, even than the party. And we see the rejection. The party doesn't want to answer this question, and we start pressing, and then we can lose trust. We can lose the physical ability of a person to continue to participate in a meeting. And it's the feeling of safety. The person can lose the feeling of safety. Okay, Vladislav, Galina, I will briefly read the comments from a chat, and then the floor is yours. Okay, from Vladislav, to understand how to calm yourself, because we usually are more frightened when don't know what happened. Absolutely agree. Remembering about the key elements and the process of in the context of managing something. When we know what is happening, it really gives us some calmness. And actually, when we're stressed, our tolerance to uncertainty significantly decreases. But this is the topic of another workshop, the cultural differences. Okay, Alan, I believe we discussed these aspects in order to better understand who the parties are in front of us as mediators, and to be able to recognize their emotional states. This helps us prevent escalation and avoid unnecessary conflict, ensuring that the mediation process remains balanced, calm, and constructive. Yes, if shortly we discussed this to be able to help our parties in hot situation to stay people, not become an animals in the context of types of thinking, because there are 3 levels of brain in a theory of 3-part brain. The brain of a mammal, the brain of an animal, and a brain of a lizard. So in this case, the brain of an animal is also called the emotional brain. So this is why I used the phrase to stay person, not becoming an animal in a cognitive way of thinking. This is not a comparison. Galina, please.
I'm not sure to explain something new. For me, we're talking about all these topics just to understand ourselves more better. I
Yeah.
remember our old knowledge who had about our brain, how it's working, and in the future we can recognize this in the interactions of our clients, and we not will have panic if someone starting shouting or someone starting crying or something like this. You know, we will be ready for a lot of reactions from our clients, and we will be know what this means. This is like you know, like which reactions they have, or they're fighting now with us, or they're screaming and they flying from us, but we will be know why they're doing this. We will be see them what inside our clients.
Yeah, truly. You would be able to manage this, and you would be able to use this knowledge in mediation to help yourself and to help parties to work with their states and not be afraid of somebody who screams at you, because he shouts at you, but he shouts not about you. People, I like one phrase which belongs to Mikhailo Gorodok, a Ukrainian psychologist. He says that when somebody is shouting at us, they shout not about us. They shout about their lack of safety. They feel unsafe. In this case, we can observe the aggression. And it helps me very much in mediation process when I hear some aggressive behavior from the bodies. I understand that it's not about me. It's about feeling unsafe in this situation. And what I can do is give empathy and give the feeling of being safe in this meeting. This is my ability, this is my responsibility as a mediator to make this meeting safe. Okay, we have already discussed how we can use this information in mediation and negotiation, so let's move further. Yeah, and the precious phrase that I get directly from Jerry yesterday, that we can't think straight when we are all worked up. True, I know by myself. It's very hard for me to really think straight when I'm tired, when I'm worked up, and this is about my resource. I need to restore it to be able to think rationally. Yes, and I invite you to participate in a practical exercise. This is the first practical exercise that we will do today. It depends on how much time how active you would be, and depending on this, we will be able to work all three instruments or part of the instruments. Okay, now please, I invite you to take something where you can make notes, or you can start writing messages in the chat. And then you would be able to make a decision if you want to share them in a chat, or you want just save them for yourself or just delete. So please, now I want you to imagine that one of your group mates with whom you are colleagues, with whom you have a good relationship, passed by you in the street with his or her head down. You were waving, but there was no response. Okay? If you meet him or her in several days, what would you do? Please share this thought about what would you do in a situation when you're working in the street. You saw your teammate or group mate or colleague or fellow, whatever you want. You were trying to wave and you were shouting hello, but there was no response, and he or she just went with his or her head down, even not looking at you. Yeah, Vladislav, please. I can hear you. Unfortunately, I can't hear you.
Can you hear?
Yeah, super.
I think if my close body wearing are not wearing for me in response, I would do nothing because you can understand we are busy, too much as work to do to deal with, and you know your friend do not have inner power to answer. Be nice. Sometimes you don't have spiritual motivation to initiation something. You just don't have any lack of interest in be nice with someone because you spend most of your energy.
Vladislav, I'm sorry. Thank you for sharing. I would like to stop here because this would be another part of this exercise. Thank you for sharing. And what I'm hearing from you that you would do nothing. Yeah, correct?
Yes.
Super, great. Please, and I will clarify the task for this part of the exercise. Please share just your action. What would you do without explaining? Okay? Galina, please.
I will make a joke from this situation. I will tell like, oh, I see you there and you didn't see me. It's funny. But usually I'm a person who see no one. And it happens with me all the time. You know, maybe a person can have ADHD or autistic spectrum or has a bad vision. And maybe this person doesn't want to clarify about this to someone. You know, for me, this is thousand situations why person cannot answer me. This is not about me. This is about how this person is busy.
Yeah. Galina, thank you for sharing. So you will tell that to a person and actually you will discuss, yeah? And
yes, of course.
Just take fun about
this
it.
is just funny for me. This what happens with me all the time.
Okay, yeah, thanks. Then, Chirimba, please share what would you do in such a situation?
If I meet him several days after, I would say, hi, I was greeting you. I hope you're okay, but you didn't respond. And the important thing is to know if they are okay. And if they are not, I'm here to share if you want to, but if not, that's fine too. But I hope you're doing good. And for me, I don't usually take that to heart because people are going through things. We all go through things, and they might not want to share what they are going through. But yeah, just to let them know I'm here in case you want to talk. Yeah.
Oh, thank you for sharing. So now you would ask a person if he is okay, if he is well, and if not, offer some care.
Yeah.
And try not to take this to your heart because you understand that there could be different circumstances in people's life, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, great. Thank you. And I see some comments in the chat from Taras, clarify the situation, yeah. And okay, Allah, if I meet her in few days later, I would approach the situation calmly and with openness. Simply say that I saw him, her on the street, noticed that she seemed preoccupied and wanted to make sure everything was all right. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Chidimna, I heard your version. Yes, and I see a comment. And Anastasia, I would thought that people is deeply in his thoughts or problems that and would not be offended. Alexander, I would greet them normally first, then I would address the situation calmly and without accusation, focusing on my observation and concern. I would say something like, hello, I wanted to check in. I saw that I saw you the other day and wanted and waved, but you seemed to have your head down and didn't see me. I got a little worried. Is everything all right? Okay. And what I want you to highlight, what I want to highlight now. Okay, I will make some more light at my face so you could better see me. Have you noticed that there are some versions of the behavior that in some ways are similar and in other ways are different? From doing nothing to just telling that I saw you and making a joke from it, and to telling that yeah, I saw you and is it okay, to offer care and to try not to be offended by such a behavior and some kind of understanding that there could be some thoughts that person could be in. How much are you interested to understand how such a thing could happen? 5 versions of what to do and all quite different. Please put something in a chat. Pluses, minuses, smiles, photos of your cats and dogs. It was a joke, but if you want, please. Okay, Natalia, yeah, see a plus, thank you. Okay, especially for Natalia, I'm going to, I see just her plus, no one else. Galina, would you like to know how it is possible that 5 of you who shared that your options what to do had quite different variants of actions? The same situation, 5 people, 5 different versions of actions. Yeah, super. Yes, please, and thank you for clarifying that my question was not quite understandable. Thank you for this. Thank you for your feedback. Okay, please, now prepare to write down for yourself. If you want to share it, I would be happy that I will see your remarks in the chat or your images here in a square, and I hear your voice about sharing your thoughts. Okay. Firstly, if the video camera was shooting this situation, what it would observe? What did you see, observe in this situation? I reminded the person who walked through you with his or her head down. Okay, let's move further. What do you think this meant? Or how did you interpret this? I'll give you about 20 seconds to write down your answer and think about it. What is your prediction about what would happen next in such a situation? What is your weather focused of what will happen next? What conclusion did you come to about all this situation? What did you conclude about all this? What are your beliefs and values? What are your values and beliefs about people, the world, and how it works that influenced you to come to that original interpretation? Remembering about the second question, what do you think about, what do you think that this meant? So what do you think about people who behave like this, or situations like that, and how it influenced you to come to this interpretation that you made above? And what did you do or not do? Because I remind you that doing nothing is also an action. And how did this link to your original interpretation? Your answer to the second question. I give you about 30 seconds to work with this question, the last one. And then I would ask you to share, if you want, your answers. Okay, who is ready to share? In a chat or by voice? Please, you are welcome. Please, one or two people, and we will move in forward because we have two more instruments, and at least one of them, I think it would be quite important to walk through today. because we were talking about this, and this is about managing emotions in mediation, and not just in mediation. Okay, I will even stop sharing the presentation so you could see my face better. Okay. Please, who wants to share? Anastasia, thank you for sharing that. Ignoring one person by other is possibly about some kind of frustration and thinking that relationship between these two people are not as good as they were declared. Thank you for sharing this. Okay, who else want to share? Okay. If no one, then I offer you to see how it happens in our brain. This instrument is called The Journey of Inference, and its author is Jerry O'Sullivan. How it happens that we can see the same situation completely differently. This is about our brain absorbs the information from our 5 senses. And if we use countable data to understand how much information our brain are coming to our brain every second, it would about 11 million bits of information, or 11 gigabits of information. Imagine for a second that your telephone is making a video and 1 second of this video weighs 11 gigabits. And from all this information, our brain, without overwhelming, can process only about 30 bits per second. So, and what information and all other information, it counts like unavailable. And what direct and what information would be counted by that doesn't matter, depends on our previous experience, the filters of our previous experience. So this is which forms our selected data. And then we make an interpretation, because our brain is very efficient. Remember, this is kind of polite word to say lazy. And to store this information, it make an interpretation, so it decreases the amount of information even more. Then we make an assumption, a prediction of what happened next. Our brain likes making an assumptions, likes making a prediction. Then we make a conclusion, what happened and why. Then our values and beliefs get into the game and they influence our first interpretation. And on all this information that is evilly compressed, we make the decision what to do and we act. This is how this system works. We make decision what to do based not on the data, not on the facts, but our assumptions, interpretations, conclusions, values, and beliefs that we've been collecting the whole life. This is about that two people really can't think the same way in making actions and taking decisions, because the filters are unique. And it's very important to highlight in mediation, because when people are emotionally charged, they could think that there is only one truth and this is truth, their truth. And it's very important to highlight that actually what they decided and what they assumed, and on this was based their action, could be far away from what have observed, assumed, interpreted another person in the same situation. Vladislav, I see a comment. People don't have time for relationship, are self-absorbed, and therefore don't want to communicate with each other. Daniil, maybe they just closed in themselves and are concerned to share their thoughts and options between themselves, although they possibly cannot find the mutual theme to speak. So in conclusion, there are lots of aspects that can influence it. Yeah, there are really a lot of aspects that can influence it. I see that we have about 15 minutes, so we can work through just one instrument. But as I told a few minutes before, that you would have a link to the video where you can work through the third instrument by yourselves. Okay. Actually, please take your mobile phones if you want to work the journey of inference once more by yourself. Please scan the QR code and save the link so you can turn back to this instrument in future. And actually, this is my YouTube channel, so if you subscribe, I would be really happy. Okay, let's make just very brief reflection. I want to hear from one, maximum two of you. What do you think we did this for? What surprised you? And what aspects of mind does the journey of inference help to work through? Please. Yeah, Chidinma, please, here is the QR code. And yeah, super. Okay, please share your thoughts. Why did we do this? What surprised you? And what aspects of mind the journey of inference helps us to work through? Chidima, thank you. I hear the subscription. I see the subscriptions. To help you to to help us to reflect our own thinking process. Yes. Moreover, as we discussed before, when parties get the clarity and transparency about how their thinking process happens, it really helps to work through the emotional tension and to bring them back to the rational thinking. Moreover, parties can interpret the actions of another person as something evil, and the aim of which was to do something bad for them. And when we work in the steps of journey of inference, it helps parties to understand that actually no, in most situations there was no aim to make something bad for them. This is about different interpretations. Yeah, Anastasia, I see a comment. It's about way to reflect about our understanding of situations and the reactions and other people. Yeah, to be able, us to be able to check in. Yes, Chidinma, to help us also know our biases in our thinking process so that we can become more rational. Absolutely true. Absolutely agree with you. So, let's get to another topic. Emotions in mediations. In mediation and negotiation. We have already discussed why managing emotions is important in mediation. And now I offer you the instrument which is done by the CMG team. The idea and realization of this instrument is mine, and their cards of emotions that this instrument is based on is the cards of emotions are designed by Oleh TIURIN, and the editor of this instrument is Oleh TIURIN. So, I offer you to get back in the situation where you imagined that one of your group mates with whom you have a good relationship passed by you in the street with his or her head down. You were waving, trying to greet, trying to say hello, but there was no response. Please stay in this situation mentally for a while. Now I would ask you to take something where you can make notes. And now for 30 seconds, I want you to look up at the screen and write down all the words that describe emotions, feelings, and emotional states that you will see between the letters. Please start now. I will give you, I understand that for many of you, as to me also, English is the second language. So I will give you not 30 seconds, but minute. So let's start. And I maybe will find here timer. Where the timer is here. Okay, no timer. Sorry. Please write them down. Vladislav, I read that you probably would be in the situation of the person who wouldn't answer or in the situation. So yeah, you can imagine that you are on the place that you're the person who didn't answer, and in this case you can imagine what would you feel if somebody comes to you and say, hey, I was waving to you and there was no response from you. Okay, so I can see different words. Okay, I can see your comments in the chat. Great. And now I offer you to process the results. What words that describe emotion, feeling, and needs? What 3 words that describe emotions, feelings, and needs, emotions, feelings, and emotional states are resonating the most with you now from all the list that you have found? And if you want to add some words that are about emotions, feelings, and states, please add them to this list and choose from the whole list, including what you have added. Yeah, Chidinma, thank you. Yeah, calmness, happiness, excitement. Great. Allah, frustration, guilt, disappointment, oppression, hope, grateful, calm, annoying, responsibility, excitement. Great. Heavy, tired, overwhelmed. Okay. Then, what does each of these words mean for you? Galina, yeah, I read frustration, confusion, comfort. Chidinma, yeah, please.
Yeah, so there are so many things. For me, I'm feeling calm because so I was maybe something personal. I was expecting my passport back for every year. I have a training somewhere, and so I've been tense because I didn't know whether to buy my ticket or not to buy the ticket and all that. But I just got my passport now, so there's an excitement of looking forward to the training. There's excitement of knowing that I'm no longer worried, so I can go ahead and make plans and buy the tickets and do all that. So that's and happiness and excitement, because when you go for training, you meet people from different countries and it's exciting. So I think what the words mean to me right now.
Chidima, thank you for sharing that. There are several words that are about being calm, about excitement, about happiness. Thank you. Galina, please.
For me, this is 3 words. I definitely found, not word confused, I found disappointment, but I didn't have time to write this word to type this.
Okay, please,
and I
yes.
changed this. Frustration for me, this is absolutely how this is my proper feelings about frustration, disappointment, and next one, this is comfort. This is first word what I saw, this is comfort. And this is definitely I will feel. I never will be worried about situation like this. And
So great, thank you for sharing. And Vladislav, I read that feel inner burden because I couldn't on my soul because I couldn't handle a simple move. Yeah, super. This is the next question. Thank you for answering it like this. Where in your body do you feel them? In which way? For me, for example, when I'm stressed, when I feel angry, I know that my arms are getting like I'm going to punch somebody. I can feel some tension in my chest, or it can be some kind of difficulty in swallowing. It's like the ball in my throat, and some other kinds of feelings in my body. So please, where in your body, in which way you feel this? Chidinma, yeah, you are on mute. Please
Yeah.
share.
Okay. For me, I feel like when I'm tense, I feel like headaches, like it's like on my head, as if a headache wants to start, and then I have to try to regulate my breath and calm down, so that I don't. So that's where I feel it in my head, and then maybe tension on my neck or back.
Thank you very much. And Vladislav, in the chest area, and it feels like something is pulling me down. Yeah, thank you for sharing. Okay, and please, here is the QR code for the link of the video with this instrument. And I would like to mention that these rectangles of emotions are firstly were born in Ukrainian, and you can easily find them just typing in a Google a rectangle of emotions, and you can find the image of a rectangle in a good quality. We especially put it on a CMG site and in Wikipedia, so you can use it freely in your daily life, in mediation. I have it on my smartphone, so if I feel tension during negotiation, I can open this image and work my emotion through, because there are a lot of other instruments that you can use for working through your emotions. Not all of them could be used during 15 minutes or even 5 minutes or even 1 minute as a kind of emotional ambulance for yourself. I use these rectangles during the first mediation meeting because it helps me to work through the emotions of the parties, especially if the situation is quite emotionally hot. And it works with the subconscious. So please, I share it with you. Scan the QR code, and I will get to the next slide. Okay. Before we skip the next instrument that is about needs in mediation, I would like to ask you, okay, get back to the rectangle of emotions, how your emotional state has changed after working with the rectangle of emotions, after verbalizing your feelings and emotions, comparing with the first moment when you imagined this situation about the person, about your colleague or groupmate who passed by and didn't react to you waving. Yes, Vladislav, relief, great. Please share in the chat or take the floor and share it with your voice. Okay, I really can understand that we've been working for 1.5 hours, and we've been working quite intensively. So the tiredness can be, yeah, Galina, calm, thank you. And imagine when you help parties to work their emotions through using such an instrument. Imagine how their ability to think and work ecologically and effectively and rationally can change. To my experience, it changes really dramatically. It increases. People stop shouting and start thinking cognitively. I will briefly skip the rectangle of needs. The principle is almost the same as with working with the rectangles of the rectangle of emotions. The method of the processing, I'm sorry, is here. It is described as almost the same. Please, I would highlight that in the end of processing the needs and the meaning of the needs that person has found or added to the list, it's very important to ask the next question. Please imagine that you have obtained this and you have it now. What would it mean to you? It's very important because it orientates person to the future. It empowers our clients and gives them understanding that they rule their life. They have power to change the situation that is unacceptable for them. And this is actually about the self-determination principle of mediation. This helps to highlight this principle and empower it. So, brief reflection. How was it for you to work with the rectangle of emotions? What surprised you? And what aspects of the mind do the rectangle of emotions and the rectangle of needs helps to work through? Just a minute and we will get to our brief conclusion. Okay, Vladislav, I think it's inevitable. We'll drift apart and it's better for us to be alone with ourselves. Of course, it depends on the type of person, but for the most part, this trend will become more popular. Yeah, if you're talking about the ability to self-reflect and understand your own emotions and needs, yeah, this trend is truly becoming more popular. And moreover, I can tell you that the emotional literacy, the understanding of your emotions, gives the person a very powerful protection from manipulation. It's extremely hard to manipulate the person who understands his emotions and needs. Yeah, Galina, please. I see your hand.
I think rectangle of emotions and rectangle of needs help us to understand our emotional intellect, what we have, and if we will have higher and higher level of emotional intellect, we can recognize this in different people, and we can help more and more if we will be understand what happens around.
Yeah, true. We can, as Bruce Edwards once said, we can work out our emotional muscle. If we do it daily and on the walls of the office where I work, at home, the rectangles of emotion and needs are just on the walls. And I walking through them, and I stop for a while, and I observe, and I check with myself. And it really helps in today's difficult emotional situation to work through my emotions, needs, etc. And Chidimna, it empowers us to help us and others to work through their emotions. Yes, absolutely. And moreover, to do it consciously. Moreover, to it's sometimes it's very hard when a big businessman or still businesswoman come to mediation and they say that we're feeling nothing. These instruments help to dig into unconsciousness or subconsciousness and to help people to understand that hiding their emotions is not a good way to get to mutually acceptable decisions. Hiding your needs is not a good way to get the mutually beneficial solutions. It reveals a lot of information and helps parties to find really sustainable decisions in mediation. Okay, so please, if you want, you can scan the QR code and get more information about how we're working with the rectangle of needs from this 3.5-minute video. And remind you, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. This would be a good a way for me to understand that this material is available to somebody practically or interesting, and to make more materials like this. Okay, a quick summary of what we have done today. We have discussed different aspects of the mind, the hardware, the software, how our mind works, and how it is hardwired. We have discussed and worked through the journey of inference. We have worked through the rectangle of emotions, and we have skipped the rectangle of needs, but I have showed you it. So you would be able to work it on yourself, by yourself, if you want. And if you don't, you will be able to do something that you would like to do more. So, briefly, getting back to your expectations, please share in the chat by voice what met your expectations during the workshop. So you expected this and you got this. What maybe something exceeded your expectations? If that happened, please share. I would be happy to hear it. And what did you expect to get but did not get it? I would be even more happy to hear this from you, because this will help me to make a better workshop for the next conference. Yeah, Chidinma, thank you so much for this session and sharing your work tools for emotional clarity and intelligence. You're welcome. I'm really happy if you would use them in mediation or in your daily life and they will help you. Then I will understand that I lived the day where we invented these instruments and we polished them. It was just on some purpose. Yeah, Vladislav, please.
I didn't get my expectation. I think this session's about more speaking with people face to face, but most of mediation is about pre-court solution, to find solution, pre-court solution but most people might have inner revenge to some who make them feel bad. So court is in some sense is about revenge, and I think mediation, of course, it's very democratic and it's maybe it's our future, but I think our people are not ready for this, for speaking, because they just don't want to understand each other. Very hard, but because they most likely they don't understand themselves, and to understand someone else, it's hard for me personally. It's hard.
Vladislav, thank you for sharing. I hear that you think that mediation is really a future for Ukraine, and maybe not only for Ukraine. Actually, in Europe, for example, in America and in England, it's not the future; it's the daily life. And I hear your concerns about people in Ukraine with the Ukrainian mentality are being ready to understand themselves firstly, and to talk and to understand people who they think have made bad for them and something painful. Do I understand you correctly?
Yes, yes.
Yes, and absolutely, I agree with these concerns that it's very hard to meet the true face of ourselves, because you know, in every conflict, have invested both parties, not only the one party, in each conflict. It's very hard to acknowledge that there are some your investments in this conflict, and the court is really about the revenge, and it's about the language of power and the language of rules, and but this is not about the relief that I read in a chat. And mediation is about relief. The mediation is about empowerment. And yeah, it could be quite difficult to meet, to sit at the table and put on the table your issues. And to give you some food for thoughts, I would like to tell you about the rate of, not the rate, but the amount of the court decisions. I actually can use the term not correctly, but okay, when it's about the forced decision in court in Ukraine to force one party to do something according to this decision. The percentage of these decisions that are really came alive and which are successfully done is less than 5%. And this is a great advantage of mediation. It's voluntary. And what is done by force really has much less chances to be successful that is done voluntarily. Thank you for sharing, Vladislav. Hope I gave some information for you to think about your concerns, and I hope that will be useful, or maybe not. Okay, who else want to share? And we really have 20 minutes overworked, and I know that you want to get to your families, to your businesses, so I don't want to make you stay here for some more time. Yeah, Chidima, please.
Yeah, thank you very much for your session, because I didn't have any expectations. I came with an open mind to learn, because I've done training on emotional intelligence, and I think is a practical thing for everyday life. And this, what you've even taught, I mean, if we break it down and teach it to children in a family, it reduces the way we escalate conflict. I mean, it's anger and conflict that is causing the world to be in constant conflict, you know. So if we're able to use this, for me, it's really good, because I'm going to use a whole lot of the tools you have there. I'm going to go back to the YouTube and look at it, because it would help. I think I've gotten myself to a level where I think I'm calm in situations, but having these tools would also help me to not just be calm, but also to, you know, help people regulate or assess their own emotions. Because most times we, especially in mediation too, you know, when two people are in conflict or groups are in conflict, they're already coming in with their biases, right? And even as a mediator, you can also come in with your own biases, maybe based on what you heard about that group or this other group or not, you know, maybe in the news or in real life. But this is a very good session that people should have, because if we all are able to enhance and boost our emotional intelligence and clarity in conflict situations, it would really help us in our daily lives beyond before you get into the professional aspect of using it in business or your mediation or whatever else you do in life. So it's, for me, it's really practical, and it was an empowering session, you know, to especially the tools. I'm really going to go back to it, and I would really encourage everybody to still go back and look at the YouTube video and, you know, try to use it yourself, because if you don't use it, then you won't be able to help others to use it. And I'm so glad I tuned in. Thank you very much.
Chidinma, I'm really happy to hear that you found these instruments valuable and practical. And I hear your expectations about that you could use it in your daily life, not only in mediation. And to my experience, I use it in my daily life. I know people who use it in their daily life. I know psychologists who use this in their daily life and with their clients. And it really works powerful. And yes, it really helps to reduce the amount of conflicts, because some part of the conflicts are our internal conflicts.
Exactly.
Yes, and I would be really happy if these instruments would be helpful to you. Thank you for your activeness today. And please, to everyone, I planned the Q&A session at the end, but I understand that we have no time for this. So if you want, I will give you the information where you can find me. Please, social media, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. Here is the QR code to my Facebook. If you prefer LinkedIn, please contact me on LinkedIn. And yeah, the YouTube, you have already the link to my videos, so there is the link to my YouTube channel. You can ask me questions in the social media if you want to know more about the instrument, because this is only one way of using the rectangles. There are actually about more than 10 ways of proceeding the information, starting from 3 first emotions or needs that person identified. If we just have 5 minutes, to start the process of thinking, just thinking about what person thinks, etc. So please don't hesitate to contact me. And yeah, yes, Daniil, I read that. Thank you for sharing your experience and thoughts. That was amazing and powerful. Thank you very much. I'm very pleasant to hear this, to read this. Yeah, thank you so much, Sarmista. Sorry if I pronounced your name not correctly. Thank you so much for this session. Yeah, Chidimna, you have shared. Thank you from Vladislav and thank you from Anastasia so much. Thank you for your active participation. I'm really happy to hear, to see actually about 100 people today here. So I understand that this topic is quite interesting to you. Yes, Yulia, thank you, Natalia. You're welcome. Thank you very much. Yeah, I see that you followed me on Facebook. It's pleasant to me. So this should be a Q&A session, but we are transferring it to the social media. So I really thankful to everyone for you, for finding time in the Saturday morning to attend this webinar. Extremely thankful to everyone who was active today. Thankful to everyone who was listening, and maybe we'll get back to the materials that we were talking today about. And I'm giving the floor to the person without whom and without whose team this webinar or workshop has had no chances to become true, to Luisa. Please. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Oleg. Thank you for an incredible and informative, practical session. Thank you for all of the instruments that you shared with us, with the participants. Thank you, the participants, for your active participation. We have such useful events constantly, and Oleg is involved in those sessions all the time. He conducts such sessions, such webinars for the participants. So please join us. We are very happy to see you every time. And, you know, we would like to say such conclusion words, such ending words about the conference, because this webinar was conducted in the conference. I am very thankful to all of the organizers that actually took part in this event, in the organization of this two-day conference. Thanks to all of the universities, all of the NGOs that actually joined us in order to be able to provide this high-profile event. And I am very thankful to our partners that actually helped us financially, Power Justice, GIZ, and also the project of the European Union Consent that is being implemented by the Ukrainian Association of Mediators. I would like to say thank you to all of the our interpreters, Maria and Maxim, that actually provide the understanding for us, because you actually now perform the function of the mediator. You provided the understanding, and thanks to you, today we were able to understand each other, no matter the fact that we communicate in different languages. Thank you so much to all of you. I also encourage you to follow the Ukrainian resources on mediation, because there is constant movement going on. We constantly have different events for students, for teachers, and different events probably every month. So I would like to ask you to book some dates in June. the week with 8th of June, we will have annual forum of mediation and law. It's going to be a 10th annual forum. It will last 1 week, and there will be different events with different partners and participants. Please don't plan anything on that week in June. I really hope that we will be able to conduct it in peaceful Odessa in a hybrid mode. Again, we will have online and offline participants. And thanks one more time for joining, that you actually observed all the magic that was conducted by Oleh today. Thank you so much. You're welcome, and thank you for the invitation. Please invite me more. Of course, will do. We know where to find you. That's great. We have your contact information. We are following you, and I'm following you too. Great. So nothing will be left behind. One more time, I would like to put it to your attention that it will take us some time because of the organizational issues. As far as our organization is based in Odessa and there is no light, no electricity now, but as soon as possible, we will send you the certificates, the links on the video recordings, the links to the other materials. Just we need to have some patience for that, because we will spend more time answering the questions about where and when are we going to receive the certificates than to the very work itself. So in 3 weeks, you will receive the certificates. If not, please tell us, please send us a message about it, but we hope we will be able to do it on time. Have a good, peaceful day, or maybe an evening, because we know that there are people from around the world here. So thank you one more time. I am hoping we will be able to see each other next year on the conference Mediation University number 3. So let's stay together with mediation and hope for that in our hearts.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Stay safe. See you soon.